We felt that, or we recognised that there's quite a strong interest in street photography amongst contemporary photographers. And realising that we had this fantastic collection of photographs going back to the mid-19th century, that we could do an exhibition that gave a kind of historical perspective to the current work, show how it's developed over the last 150, 60 years, and show some of the great street photographs that we've got in our collection. I think in some ways things have changed dramatically. Obviously the actual topography, the architecture has changed a lot. The way people use streets has changed. But at the same time, things haven't changed. It's still a manic, busy place as it was in the late 19th century. I think the street is accessible. It's a public space. Anybody is free to take photographs. And there is so much going on in the street. You know, there's such a variety of people and activities that I think it's just a natural place for photographers, especially those who are interested in sort of documenting everyday life. Well, for a start, we wanted to tell a story from 1860 to the present day. So we needed to show a progression of technology. That was one consideration. We also obviously wanted to show the best, or some of the best, photographs in our collection, whoever took them. So we've concentrated on what we feel are very strong images. And of course we also wanted to show work by well-known photographers, some names that people would recognise, because that's always a good hook to attract people. I think people are more suspicious now. We live in a surveillance society. You know, everything we do is being recorded on cameras in one way or another. And I think people are just naturally wary of anybody with a camera. It's such a diverse and sort of seemingly chaotic place. There's so much going on. There's such a variety of people, of landscapes, of streets, of buildings, and so many sort of different interactions. And it just seems to be a great, almost every moment there's something interesting for a photographer to photograph. I think people have a natural affinity with these photographs. They're about everyday life. They show things that people can relate to very easily. They show the past. They show the distant past and the recent past. And I think there's obviously an element of nostalgia there, but also a sense of we've moved. You know, the last 30 years have been such major changes in the world and in London especially, that even looking at photographs from the 1970s is looking at almost a different way of life in some ways.